Hello, greetings everyone. Today, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom can now be played into your PC and in Switch. But in this video tutorial, I'm going to be focusing on how to set up and how to install and how to optimize The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom into your PC perfectly. So these are all the files. These are just 3 files here that you need to have, and that also that you'll need to install the latest build of Yuzu Emulator. As of recording, the latest build is Yuzu 1414. So I'm going to teach you where to get Yuzu first. For those who don't know, Yuzu Emulator is a Nintendo Switch emulator that can play Switch games into your PC as long as you have all these files here installed in Yuzu. So, first of all, I'm going to teach you where to get Yuzu, and then just type here Yuzu Emulator in your web browser so that you'll get the official build. Now, yuzuemulator.org is their official website. Click on that. Now go to download. If you're using Linux, you can download the Linux installer here. And if you're from Windows, you can download the installer here. Since I have already installed Yuzu Emulator, I'm just going to skip on this process because the installation, download, and installation process is really easy to do and is really straightforward, and that anyone can do this, okay? So I'm going to assume that you have already installed Yuzu Emulator. Run Yuzu Emulator now, boot it up, and then you'll be met with certain errors saying that you'll need some certain files installed into your PC, into your Yuzu Emulator, so that you'll be able to play Switch games. So in order for you to play Switch games in Yuzu, you will need to have all these files here installed in Yuzu Emulator. So what are these files? These files are the Nintendo Switch firmware and the Nintendo Switch keys. Both should be in version 16.0.2 in order for you to run and play them into your Yuzu, and be able to detect Legend of Zelda game here, the latest version, into your PC. So the files should be in XCI file format so that your Yuzu Emulator will be able to detect that game. So if you're asking me where to get all these files, in order for you to get all those files, okay, so the only legal way to do this is that you own a Nintendo Switch console and that you have modded that Switch console and mod it up, and then install a custom firmware in it. And once you have a custom firmware installed in it, then you can access your Nintendo Switch system files. And once you have access on those system files, all you have to do is just copy all of the Nintendo Switch firmware files and all of the Nintendo Switch keys files into your Switch to your PC. Now, to get The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, there's no other way to do this, but you should purchase the game legally, own the game, and have a physical copy of that game, and you can now digitally back it up into an XCI or NSP file format. But for me here, I have backed it up into an XCI file format. So if you don't own a Nintendo Switch, or if you have a Switch but don't know how to mod or install a custom firmware into that Switch and don't know how to do all the things that I have said, I'm just going to save you the hassle and teach you where to get all these files. So in order for you to get all these files here, I'm just going to leave a QR code here in the screen. Scan it with your QR code reader into your mobile phone so that you'll be redirected to the page wherein you can get all of these files. So once you are in the page, be sure to hover down into the middle part of the website so that you'll get the XCI file format of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Once you have a copy of that, then hover down into the bottom part of the website so that you'll get the firmware files from the Switch, which is version 16.0.2, and keys version 16.0.2. So be sure to check out the entirety of the website so that you'll get all of these files here, okay? So be sure to check out. Now, once you have a copy of those files from your phone, then just transfer them into your PC using a USB cable so that you'll have all these files into your PC or into your laptop. So I'm going to assume that you already have all these files into your PC, and it's time to install them to Yuzu. To do this, just go to File, go to Open Yuzu folder, and then open Keys folder here, and then open this Keys zip file here. All you have to do is just drag and drop these files to this folder, copy and paste them, and you'll have these files installed now into this folder. The next step is to install the firmware. To do this, open Yuzu folder, then open NAND folder, open System folder, Contents folder, and then Register folder. And then all you have to do is open the firmware file here, select all those files, copy them, and paste them into this folder. This folder should be empty because this is your first installation, okay? So this will copy all the firmware files, which will enable your Yuzu to detect Switch games. Okay, and then once done, close in that. Now your Yuzu Emulator now is fully capable of booting up and detecting into Switch games. You will know that it is successful because it will show you all the game icons for that game for your Switch into your Yuzu, just like mine here. So what's the next step now? The next step now is to optimize your Yuzu Emulator so that it will run The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom perfectly into your PC. To do this, just go to Emulation, go to Configure, okay? Then in this setting, in this part of the settings, be sure to pause the video, pause the screen so that you can copy all of the settings that I have set here into my PC. So if this is for the general tab, I'll just follow all the checkboxes here, and hotkeys, UI, web, and debug is all set to default, so be sure to follow them. Now go to system, tab here, everything is set to the language I prefer, but you can change this to the language that you want to be set into your games. Now go to CPU. Now here, my accuracy is set to auto, and in the graphics tab, so this is the most important part, so be sure to copy everything that you see from here. So the graphics API that I'm using in default is OpenGL, but some games will require you to change them into Vulkan in order for you to run them into your PC. So just change on this, okay? Now here, I have checked this pipeline, synchronous GPU, and accelerate HTC texture. And then here in the resolution, I've set them into 2x resolution so that the game will run much more beautiful and much more sharper than the native resolution of the Switch. But if your PC cannot handle 2x resolution, then you can just revert to 1x resolution, which is the native resolution for the Switch. Now go to Advanced tab. I have set mine here to high. I have checked use VSync, use fast GPU time, use Vulkan pipeline, and my anisotropy filtering is set to automatic. Now in audio, everything is set to auto, and my output is in stereo. Now controls, I have connected my Pro controller here, and I have mapped them up according to my liking, just the same as the Pro controller, but my dead zone is set in 20%, both of the right and left sticks, so that there will be no drifting in my playthrough. Once done, hit OK. Now your Yuzu Emulator is now fully capable and fully optimized to run The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So a little bit of disclaimer, I'm going to show you a gameplay of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom here into my PC, because we all know that Nintendo is real strict and they don't want it to be shown in the internet or in YouTube that their game is running in an emulator called Yuzu. So the game is not officially out yet, but the game is now leaked early and you can now play this game, okay? So if I show you a gameplay of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, then my channel will be taken down and my videos will be taken down, and that would be really a major hassle for me, okay? So I hope you guys do understand all that part. So I'm just going to minimize this. As long as you follow all the steps that I have shown you in this video tutorial, then you'll be able to play The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom with no issues at all. You'll get all the copy of this files that needed to be installed in Yuzu, and then you'll be able to play this game into your PC, as long as you met the recommended PC specs into your PC. So if you have some questions regarding the installation process of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom to your PC, then just leave a comment in the comment section below and I will try my best to answer all of them. Thank you for watching, see you next time, and goodbye for now.